What's going on, everybody? TW1ST3DxViiPeRR from TW1ST Gaming here. I'm here with TW1ST and we're going to be doing a new series reviewing the top 10 weapons from each category in the past Call of Duty. So today's the assault rifles, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, guys, coming in here at number 10 is the AUG. That's right, guys, from Call of Duty Black Ops. If I was to recommend a attachment for this weapon, I would recommend the suppressor or just the red dot sight. This weapon has a medium damage and a pretty good range, so it just tears people apart in Call of Duty Black Ops, and that's at number 10. We're going to go to number 9 with...
So guys, coming here at number 9 is the Galil from Black Ops. Now, I would recommend for this weapon is just a suppressor. It may take away from the range, but this thing is just devours. And it just completely raped people in Black Ops. So, its damage is more than halfway high, but it's average for most assault rifles. Its accuracy is same. The mobility is probably where it helps, because usually assault rifles are easier to carry and more versatile than light machine guns and other weapons as such. And the fire rate is a little bit above average, but it's a pretty good weapon.
Okay, here's number 8, guys. The FAMAS from Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2. Both were superior weapons to the majority, and in this game I would just recommend an extended mags attachment on the FAMAS, simply because the suppressor really has no effect, because the FAMAS is beautiful. So the damage is just about medium, the range pretty high, accuracy pretty superior to most weapons, and the mobility is just the same as the Galil. So again, it is more beautiful than like light machine guns and things of that sort. The fire rate is pretty high, and that's why I recommend this in Black Ops, but we're going to go to Modern Warfare 2 and talk about the one there. And here at number 8, the FAMAS again, but in Modern Warfare 2 this time, it's a 3-round burst in this game, unlike the full auto one in Black Ops. The accuracy is a lot higher in this game, the damage is a little bit lower, but that will make up in the amount of range and the fire rate of this tri-shot weapon. The mobility is pretty high, so I would just recommend a red dot sight on this, and that's how I would use it. We're going to number 7.
Okay guys, so here we are with the SCAR variants, the SCAR H and the SCAR L, but here we're talking about the SCAR H in Modern Warfare 2. This was one of the average weapons in this game. Its accuracy is pretty high, that's why it's one of the more reliable weapons. Its damage is pretty okay, average compared to most of the guns in this game. Its range is the same as the damage, same story. The fire rate isn't that high, but still, it's one of the more, guns that you can just use to rank up fast with. Its mobility is the same thing with all the other assault rifles. Pretty easy. So now we're on Modern Warfare 3. So here we are, guys, still at number 7, but here we have the SCAR L in Modern Warfare 3. So this is pretty much the same deal as in Modern Warfare 2. Same pretty high accuracy, damage is average. The range is decreased when you use suppressor, but still, I would recommend it for both the SCAR L and the SCAR H. Because it just kind of, I don't know, the silencer is some kind of mystery. I mean, it does keep you off the map and everything, but it doesn't really seem like it takes away from the damage or the range. And the fire rate and the mobility, same deal as Modern Warfare 2. Pretty high. Mobility, just good to just run around with. So yeah, on to number 6.
Coming in at number 6 is the G36C from both COD 4 and Modern Warfare 3. But to start off at Modern Warfare 3, the G36 is definitely a average weapon, but I think it is superior to the other weapons in the game. The accuracy is pretty high. The damage is just medium, which the suppressor takes away a little bit from the range. But I like this ELSO with the SCAR. I think it makes up for it in the other things about it, such as the fire rate, and the mobility is pretty high. So I would recommend red dot and suppressor on this weapon, just because the iron sights aren't that beautiful, and the silencer just is a mystery, like Eel said. But we're going on to COD 4 with the G36 there, so I'll see you guys there. Okay, still here at number 6 is the G36 from COD 4, and I would recommend just Red Dot Sight. It's pretty similar to the one in Modern Warfare 3 with the damage and the accuracy. The range is a little bit higher, the fire rate just about the same, and the mobility just about the same, so pretty much the same story. Pretty good weapon, definitely a little bit superior in COD 4, but it's pretty good in both games. But that's just about it for the G36, so we're going to move on to number 5 with Twisted Axial. Here you come.
Okay guys, here we are at number 5 with the M16 variant, but in COD 4 it's the M16A4. So with this tri-shot weapon, the accuracy is very high. Of course it would be with the tri-shot. The damage is average, but in this game it's probably in this it's in 4 games in this modern, the second modern, Black Ops, and Modern Warfare 3. In this game it's probably the second best. Modern Warfare 2 it's probably the best. But in this case I would recommend the Red Dot Sight for precision accuracy. So on to Modern Warfare 2. Okay, so here we are in Modern Warfare 2, again number 5, with the M16A4. And as I said before in COD 4, this weapon is at its best in all the other games. Its damage is pretty high, its accuracy is pretty high. It's probably one of the best weapons in this game. The fire rate, again, just tri-shot, so it's not going to be that fast, but if you have that trigger finger, you're going to get kills off quickly, and it's probably one of the best weapons. But I recommend for this weapon either Red Dot Sight or Suppressor. So on to Black Ops. We are at number 5 again with the M16 in Black Ops. This gun was not very good in this game, to be honest. Its damage was not incredibly high. The range is the same detail. It's pretty long. The accuracy and the mobility are probably, well, they are its highest attributes. But it's an okay weapon. Just the attachment, again, pretty much the only attachment that's pretty good for this weapon is the Red Dot Sight for precision accuracy with this tri-shot. Okay, so on to Modern Warfare 3.
So coming in here at number 4 is the Type 95 from Modern Warfare 3. We ranked it a little bit higher than the M16 simply because it was great all the way throughout the entire game, and it was very overpowered in, it was actually a lot of people's rage classes. I know Lizard uses it as rage class, and Gecko and a couple others. But I would recommend simply a Red Dot Sight on this, and the accuracy is high, the damage is pretty high, the range is beautiful, the fire rate is just phenomenal, and the mobility is pretty beautiful. So that's why I would recommend this gun, and I thought this was number 4, but we're going to go on to number 3 right now.
Here we are at number 3 with the M4/M4A1/Commando. In all 4 games, COD 4, COD Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. So here in COD 4, we have the M4 carbine. It was an okay weapon in this game. Its accuracy, pretty good. Its damage, not that very good. Not one of the most widely used weapons in this game. Range, same deal as the accuracy. Fire rate, full auto, so it's pretty good. Mobility, same deal with every other assault rifle. As a recommended attachment, I would use Suppressor or Red Dot Sight. So, on to Modern Warfare 2. Here we are again at number 3 with the M4A1 in Modern Warfare 2. In this game, it was better than the one in COD 4, but still it wasn't very good. It was a pretty good weapon. Again, this M4 is a very reliable weapon, good weapon for ranking up, but still it wasn't one of the more overpowered weapons in this game. Accuracy, pretty high. Same deal as COD 4. Oh, there goes Gecko. But the accuracy pretty high. Same deal as COD 4. Not a very high damage. Range, fire rate, same deal. Mobility. I think that's actually the same exact stats as COD 4. But yeah, again, I recommend Silencer in this game. The mystery with Silencer, I just kind of like it. Alright, so on to Black Ops. So here we are in Modern Warfare 3 with the M4A1. Our last M4 for number 3 slot. So in this game, this weapon, the damage is higher than COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, but it's still pretty much the same as those two. It's like it's the weapon that you unlock in the early levels. It's a reliable weapon to rank up with. But yeah, same story. Mobility, for some reason, it's down, but fire rate, it's pretty fast. Range, not that long, but with suppressor it takes it off, and the damage is not that high. So for this final weapon, I would recommend suppressor or red dot sight. Either way, it's pretty good. Or you could add 2 on there with a 2 attachment proficiency. But yeah, so on to number 2.
In here at number 2 is the AK-47, which is also in 4 CODs. COD 4, it was a pretty good weapon with a fairly good accuracy, pretty high damage and range. The fire rate was not that good, but it was just in the middle. The mobility was about medium, so it was a easy weapon to move around. And if I had to recommend one attachment, I recommend the suppressor or the red dot sight, because both were pretty good in this game on the AK. So we're going to go on to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. See you guys there. So here we are, still at number 2 with the AK-47 in Modern Warfare 2 this time. It was the last assault rifle you unlocked, but it was definitely one of the better ones. The accuracy was in the middle, the damage was high, and the range was high, just similar to Call of Duty 4. The fire rate and the mobility were just about the same, but the fire rate a little bit higher than COD 4, I think, actually, and the mobility just about the same. But in this game, I would recommend the suppressor. As Eel said, the suppressor is just good for some random reason. I can't really explain it, but it just feels like the gun is better when I'm using it. But that's what I would recommend, and we're going to go to Call of Duty Black Ops. Okay, so we're back with the AK-47 at number 2, this time in Call of Duty Black Ops. The damage is pretty high. The range is a little higher than previous Call of Duties, I think. The accuracy is just about medium. The mobility is a lot higher than the previous Call of Duties, which is why I think this gun is a lot better than in Call of Duty Black Ops and the other games. The fire rate is also pretty good, and these are the things that is why I think it deserves number 2, mainly because of the mobility and the damage rate. But the range is also good, and I would just recommend a suppressor on this weapon because it doesn't affect the range that much, and for some reason it just seems to improve the damage or something, makes it just so much more fun to use. But that's just about it for Black Ops AK, and we'll be going to Modern Warfare 3. Hey guys, the final AK is in Modern Warfare 3. The accuracy is a little bit lower, actually a bit lower than Black Ops. The damage is just about the same. The range is a little bit lower as well. The fire rate is a little bit lower, and the mobility is a little bit lower. So I think overall, over time, it's decreased in a lot of the things, a lot of the stats. Simply from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3, I think it decreased a lot. Black Ops, it also decreased from, but overall, I think this is a great weapon in Black Ops, as well as in Modern Warfare 3 and in pretty much all the Call of Duties that have existed so far, except for Call of Duty 5, which it did not exist in, but that's a different story. So that's just about it for number 2, the AK-47, and we are going to go to the best gun in Call of Duty, the best assault rifle, my bad, in Call of Duty history. Okay guys, here we are, the number 1 weapon, the number 1 assault rifle, sorry, my bad, in Call of Duty history is, drum roll please, the ACR in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. The sheer accuracy of this weapon outranks all of its counterparts, and the damage is a lot lower than is expected, but it still is a beautiful weapon. The range is very good. The fire rate and mobility are the same, and they are just fantastic, which is why I believe this is the best assault rifle out of all of the selections in Call of Duty history. So that's just about it. Well, I would recommend a silencer for it, or a red dot in this game, as well as in Modern Warfare 3. So we're going to go and look at the stats in Modern Warfare 3 for this beautiful weapon. Okay guys, here we are with number 1, the HDR 6.8 again, but this time Modern Warfare 3, the accuracy is just about the same. Actually, it was a lot higher in Modern Warfare 2. The damage is a little bit higher. The range decreased a little, the fire rate and mobility seemed the same, and I think in both games it made a lot of people rage, and it was one of the best assault rifles out of the bunch, and that is exactly why I believe it's number 1. I would use suppressor and red dot sight, like I said in Modern Warfare 2, or you can use either one of those or both of them combined into one, depending on what proficiency you're using, but I think they're both great attachments for the weapon, and I think this is definitely the best weapon in Call of Duty, best assault rifle in Call of Duty history. Sorry, I keep saying weapon, but yeah, so I will see you guys later. Alright guys, that's the end of the best assault rifles in Call of Duty history. I hope you all enjoyed. This might be a new series on our channel. Leave a comment whether you enjoyed it or not, and whether you want to see submachine guns and stuff like that, but I'm thinking of doing it for submachine guns, sniper rifles, lights, and all things like that. So you can expect those to be coming soon. This video actually took a lot of effort and time, so I would really appreciate a like, and maybe a subscription if you guys want to see more, and want to see the next ones of the series. So thanks for watching guys, and I will see you in my next video.